Hey YouTube, it is Crystal and I'm back today to do a review on the Nars All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. Mouthful, I won't pretend I rehearsed that title, I just read it off the back. Anyway, I'll give you a little details and my thoughts and review on this foundation. I actually picked it up the first day it came out. Now, I'm not normally that person. Let me put it down, my arm's getting tired. I'm not usually that person that runs into the store the day a product comes out, but I happened to be doing a return at Sephora and I wanted to get exchange for another foundation, but Sephora in my area does not have all the shades, especially with Nars. I was trying to look for Nars, but they don't have all the shades. They only have a couple shades for black people in that specific Sephora, or I should say dark skinned lady in that specific Sephora. I went into the Bay, which is a Canadian retailer similar to like Saks or any of those bigger retailer stores for my American counterparts that aren't familiar. And I went ahead and went to the Nars counter and picked up the foundation. I had seen some things on Instagram that it was supposed to be released that day, but I didn't actually see it on the counter. So I actually asked, and the girls told me, oh, yep, she's got it. She just didn't put it out, etc. But she let me try it, and she let me buy it, obviously. I'm going to be reading some notes because I wanted to, you know, of course, go over some things. I'm quite detailed in regards to that. But this is also sold now at Sephora, and I believe they have the same range, so you could always take a look at it there. It sells for $57 Canadian and $48 US. All right, and it comes in a big range. I'd say a quite large range, especially for the dark skin lady that usually are, you know, concerned about the range. There is a good range in this. This shade that I got is actually dark 2, which is New Orleans, and I was surprised because originally I was thinking I would have to go with Trinidad, or there's another shade below it, but they actually turned out to be dark. And I won't lie, because the girl that actually did my testing was a little more fair skinned. Actually, she was Caucasian, and I wasn't sure she knew, you know, if she was going to be on point, but she turned out that she was on point with the color selection. I must give it to her. This dark 2 New Orleans is online is described as a dark with yellow undertones, and actually, as you see, I have it on right now. I feel like it actually really looks good. It really suits my skin tone, matches my neck, matches my chest very, very well. It is described as a long wear weightless coverage. It is definitely long wearing. The claims is true. I'm always looking for something that's pretty sheer to medium coverage that can last all day. My skin is combination oily. I'd even say it leans more towards the oily side these days, and I find that a lot of my foundations are not necessarily holding up, or I have to blot a few times in the day, or really prime and go hard with the priming to ensure that it lasts all day. This is pretty goof proof. Like, I put on my my primer, which I go between MAC's Radiance primer and NYX or NYX's Shine Free primer, I believe that's what it's called. I go between those two right now, and I could say it holds up throughout the day. My nose gets oily no matter what I do, no matter what foundation I wear. So this happened to get oily and break. It didn't break through or shift the makeup, but it did get oily, so I had to blot once, and I wore it for a week straight to test it out while I was at work. So I can't say I just had to blot once, but the makeup stays in place. It really holds up, I must say. I even went to the gym and wore it, because I don't take off my makeup after work to go to the gym. Wore it at the gym, still found that it actually held up very well. In terms of the coverage, I usually go for a light to medium coverage, but this one happens to be medium to full. I'm okay with that because I still wear it a medium. I still like some of my imperfections to show, so it looks very skin-like. But as you can see, as I'm talking, it does look skin-like. I don't feel like I look, you know, caked up or anything with makeup. You can go ahead and layer it on for a full coverage if that is the coverage that you need. Otherwise, you can, you know, have a light to medium coverage, no problem. I do like that it comes in this sleek frosted bottle. Try to see if you can see it, or if my camera will focus, but it is a nice frosted bottle. It still has 30 ml, so don't get fooled by the height. It is actually still the same amount of product in their old foundations, and most foundations, their standards are 30 mil. So it is nice. It actually comes with a pump. I know when I was on some blogs, people were so excited about the pump. I guess because I've never had a Nars foundation prior, I didn't realize that, you know, that was something special to have a pump. But I guess if you don't normally have one, this is definitely good news. I can't be spending any near $60 and it doesn't have a pump. I'm just saying, I cannot do it. It has a claim that it's supposed to be one pump to get a full coverage over the face. I don't know about that. I think it needs at least one, you know, I'd say about 2 pumps, 1.5. Maybe mine, they're new to the pump game, so their pump doesn't distribute a full pump. I don't know, but I cannot fill my face with just half a pump. And again, I don't even like to have my foundation too heavy coverage or full coverage. So for a full coverage girl, you would definitely need probably, I'd even say maybe 2.5 pumps to get a full face. In terms of this, as I rate it, I really love this foundation. I'm very choosy with my foundations. There's very little I love. This is supposed to be replacing my Giorgio Armani that I love. Like, that is like my baby daddy of foundation. But it's nearly $70, y'all. I mean, this is $60, so there's not a huge difference between the cost, but anywhere I could save, I definitely am willing to save. And although I love Giorgio Armani, that is my holy grail, this definitely seems to be a fine suitor for its replacement. If you have never tried Nars or you're interested in this, I would say definitely get a sample out of Sephora or your local department store. But I really love this foundation and I definitely think it is worth a try. If I missed out anything on my review or you do have any questions, definitely go ahead and leave that down below. And thank you again for watching my videos. I hope that you rate and subscribe, and I hope that you enjoy your day. Bye.